Hi everybody, this is Dino Chris from Prehistoric Facts, and this is a Q&A episode, so let's actually get started, shall we? And so, we got Luke Zilla on YouTube. So, your first question is, what kind of carnivorous dinosaur do you think the movie monster Gorosaurus is based on? To me, it looks like a carcharodontosaurid. I actually looked up pictures of this, and so many of you, for that don't know, Gorosaurus is a a dinosaur that is a monster in the Godzilla universe, in the Toho films back in the day in the 60s and 70s. And so it's a Godzilla. It's a Godzilla or a kaiju, for like many of you like to call it, in the Godzilla universe. And so when I looked at the model of Gorosaurus, it kind of did remind me of a Carcharodontosaurid because of the slender like head and the three-fingered hands. Didn't look like it. And so, but I don't think they were really basing it off of a Carcharodontosaurid. If I'm not mistaken, I think they were probably more likely making it look more like, say, an Allosaurus than anything else. But who knows? Who knows what the Japanese were thinking when they actually when the Japanese filmmakers that made this movie that featured Gorosaurus. Who knows what it was? Who knows what they actually modeled it after? But it did look like it does look like a dinosaur, but it is a type of kaiju in the Godzilla universe. And you got a couple more here for me to answer. Your next one is who would win, Barinosuchus or Andrewsarchus? I haven't totally like I don't know what Barinosuchus really is. I do know Andrewsarchus. I'm not sure on this one. All I know is Andrewsarchus, and I probably would say Andrewsarchus, but please let me know what Barinosuchus is. Is it a crocodile? Is it an amphibian? Or is it like a type of mammal that was mistaken as a crocodile? But I'm not totally sure. So please let me know in the comments, please. Then your next one is who would win, Quincana or Postosuchus? So Quincana is a type of land crocodile that lived in Australia around 28 million years ago, whereas Postosuchus, many of you know, you have seen me cover Postosuchus a couple of times. It is an archosaurid from the Triassic period, and so of course these two never met each other, and so because you got Postosuchus from the Triassic period, whereas Quincana was more likely Eocene or Oligocene, and so more likely Oligocene. And so how would these two have fared? Well, Postosuchus has got one thing on its side, and that is agility. And so Postosuchus has got agility, probably has the larger teeth. And so, because Postosuchus can actually be able to run on two legs, not really walk on, it can probably walk on four legs, but how it's designed, it's more likely to be a bipedal carnivore than anything else. Whereas Quincana is a quadruped, but it does have its all four limbs underneath its body, can turn a lot quicker than Postosuchus can, and it's got those bony scoots for its in its skin and all that sorts of stuff, and probably has the better jaw pressure, better bite force. I think it's nearly evenly matched, but I probably have to give it to Postosuchus because Postosuchus is a tad bit heavier than Quincana. I think all Postosuchus has to do is basically like get Quincana upside down and pin it, and then pretty much go like in the soft like neck area to actually be able to get it to take it down. And so yeah, that's my thoughts on that one for there, Luke. All right, Nicholas, you got a few questions for me. Nicholas, hope you had a great holiday. Have you seen this new article about Nanotyrannus is making comeback? I did. If you want, you should actually check out the extra episode I did last week. So please check that out because I go into detail about this, and so please feel free to do that. All right, and your next one. What are your thoughts on the Montana dueling dinosaur fossils? Are not are in a new museum, not in private hands, and do you think the mystery Tyrannosaur named Bloody Mary, assuming that is the Montana dueling dinosaur specimen name, and will it shed some light new light on Nanotyrannus is a young T-Rex or is its own species. So the dueling dinosaurs, for many of you that don't know, that this is a find is where like a ceratopsian and a tyrannosaur were preserved very a young ceratopsian and a young tyrannosaur uh, locked into battle when they died, and they're nearly complete, which is awesome. And so I know there is some speculation about like that this specimen, this Tyrannosaur specimen, could be a Nanotyrannus, but right now it is up in the air. Right now, it's really up in the air. This Nanotyrannus, that Nanotyrannus paper does give some insights about like possibly looking at like some of the morphological changes in juvenile T Rex and like compare it to like say Jane, the Cleveland specimen, and then this specimen. I really don't know. I really don't know if it's going to shed light on Nanotyrannus or not, but that is just my opinion on this. But I'm going to be in the neutral position on this one. I'm going to be neutral on the Nanotyrannus debate. I'm going to be very neutral. I would say if there's evidence to prove that there is uh, that Nanotyrannus is its own species, or is it a juvenile T Rex? See, that's where I stand. I don't know totally for sure. I'm going to stay neutral. Let's see what the evidence says down the line. Then your next one. Have you ever seen the baby T Rex fossil named Baby Bob? And what are your thoughts on it? Do you hope it will be in a museum in the future for study and not in a private individual? So Baby Bob is a juvenile Tyrannosaurus Rex that was found, I believe, I think it was Wyoming or South Dakota or Montana. It was somewhere around there. Um, and it's in private hands right now. But the person that owns it, he's trying to look for a museum that is willing to actually have it. But thing is, a lot of museums are not really buying it that much because they probably say, well, it's in your hands, and so you need scientists to study this. And I'm pretty sure he's got some opinions on certain paleontologists trying to look at it. But I would probably say is that I think at some point it will get into a museum. But the thing is, it's a very incomplete specimen. There is not much to go about. There's bits of the skull, some teeth, there's some vertebrae that have been found. I think a couple of limb bones, but that's all it. That's all you're gonna get out of Baby Bob. And so yeah, I don't know when it's gonna happen, but I still say it looks like a juvenile T Rex, based on what it looks like and on what the skull looks like. So that's pretty much my opinion on that. All right, final question. Alex on Facebook. He asked, do you think that Jurassic Park made Tyrannosaurus Rex a worldwide known icon? And do you think that Jurassic Park has caused an increased resurgence in the popularity of Tyrannosaurus Rex in the recent decades? So your first question, no, the Tyrannosaurus Rex did not become popular because of Jurassic Park. That is not what happened. That is not what happened. See, Tyrannosaurus Rex was a very popular dinosaur before Jurassic Park came around. It was still a popular dinosaur. Now, it had to battle with Allosaurus in terms of like movie roles, but like in books, Tyrannosaurus Rex has been mentioned. Even certain television shows, Tyrannosaurus Rex has been mentioned before Jurassic Park, so before 1993. So even because like you look at the Land Before Time movie, it's a T Rex that is the sharp tooth. The sharp tooth is a T Rex, and like Fantasia, they use a T Rex, but even though it's bad, kind of badly designed, but it was actually based on what they had at the time, and so yeah, and so Tyrannosaurus Rex was used all the time in media for like movies, TV, and books throughout most of the time, majority of the time, before 1993 when Jurassic Park came out. But Jurassic Park did increase the popularity a little bit of T Rex because of like how awesome it looked in Jurassic Park, and it was the most scientifically accurate version of T Rex featured in a film. Uh, for a long time, for a very long time, and I think that's why Tyrannosaurus Rex became such a huge influence to a lot of like younger people that were interested in paleontology, because you got to remember, Tyrannosaurus Rex is still an icon to paleontology. Dinosaurs in general is still icons in paleontology, but when people think of dinosaurs, the first types of dinosaurs they're going to think about is Tyrannosaurus Rex, Triceratops, Stegosaurus, Velociraptor because of Jurassic Park. I think what you're confusing is that Velociraptor became popular because of Jurassic Park, not Tyrannosaurus Rex. If it was any dinosaur, any type of dinosaurs that got really popular because of Jurassic Park, it's the raptors. The raptors became more popular because of Jurassic Park, not T Rex. T Rex was still popular before 1993. And T Rex is still popular to this day because, well, first and foremost, it's still one of the most popular dinosaurs. It's many people's favorite dinosaur because of of all the interest that it drew uh, throughout the time. But you also got to remember, in the '90s, it was also a big decade for like paleontology documentaries. Because if you look at the '90s after Jurassic Park, the '90s were a golden age for paleontology documentaries. I mean, they were everywhere, like in PBS, Discovery Channel, TLC, when they did do informational stuff. Animal Planet did some stuff like that, and like they were everywhere. And so I would probably say that so I would say that Tyrannosaurus Rex for your first question, Tyrannosaurus Rex did not become an icon because of Jurassic Park. It was still an icon before the 1993 film. It's just that Tyrannosaurus Rex still gained more popularity because of Jurassic Park, not really because of being an icon from the movie. It's just that Tyrannosaurus Rex was still popular before 1993. And I know many of you are probably going to say, well, without Jurassic Park, T Rex would have not got that much of attention. I would say that's not true. There was plenty of attention to T Rex. It's just that there was not as many specimens back then before 1980, and so this is where around the 1980s that's when more T Rex specimens were being found. In the 90s, there were a lot more T Rex specimens being found. Even in the early 2000s and mid 2000s, we were finding more Tyrannosaurus Rex specimens. Still to this day, we're still finding more Tyrannosaurus Rex specimens, and so yeah. And so I'm going long winded here with your questions here, Alex. But so so to your first question, no, Tyrannosaurus Rex did not become an icon because of Jurassic Park. It was an icon before Jurassic Park. It was very popular before Jurassic Park, but did its popularity grow because of Jurassic Park? Well, it was still popular, but the popularity skyrocketed because of Jurassic Park. But if you're talking about a specific group of dinosaurs that got popular because of Jurassic Park, it's the raptors. If you're trying to convince me that the Carnosaur movies made raptors popular, I'd say that's not true because nobody knew anything about raptors because of those like terrible Carnosaur movies. I know there's people that watch those movies because they're like it's cheesy fun and some of them came out before Jurassic Park, or I think one of them came out like nearly the same time as Jurassic Park. But thing is, Jurassic Park was the better film. Jurassic Park is the better film. But that's what I got to say about that. But that's all the questions I got for you today. So next week will be a special episode to let you guys know what kind of prehistoric I'm going to talk about. So stay tuned for that, and so make sure you stay tuned for a special episode on February 1st. And so that would be the next episode for Prehistoric Facts, and there'll be a special episode to let you guys know what prehistoric I'm going to talk about. But you can still send me questions about dinosaurs and other prehistoric life by emailing me at dinochrist71@gmail.com, or just go to my Facebook page, Prehistoric Facts with Dino Chris. Like the page, you should post your questions in the comment section. Please put them in the comment section. Don't put them on Messenger. Messenger's a private conversation, so please put your questions in the comment section on any Facebook post on the Facebook page. And also for YouTubers out there, like the video, subscribe to the channel. According to my analytics, a lot of you guys are checking out my channel and not subscribed yet, so please feel free to hit that subscribe button and also hit the like button because that's how the YouTube algorithm works now, is that the more likes the video gets, the more likely the video gets spread out to people that are interested in dinosaurs, prehistoric life, paleontology, and geology in general. And also you can share the video, share the channel to anybody that is interested in dinosaurs, prehistoric life, paleontology, geology in general. So please feel free to do so. And so hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and also hit that notification bell so that we can get weekly notifications of every video that comes out. I might do a couple of shorts probably every couple months on YouTube. So just keep an eye out for some shorts that will be coming out on YouTube. So please stay tuned for that. And also for you YouTubers out there, feel free to leave your questions in the comment section because I do read them all. Your questions do mean a lot in the Q&A episodes like this one. So all of you that are sending me questions via email, Facebook, and YouTube, you guys are awesome. You're giving me some great questions for these Q&A episodes, and to keep up the great work. And also make sure you keep your questions short keep your questions short and to the point. You can also follow me on Instagram at dino.chris.pf and post pretty cool stuff on there. You can also follow me on Threads. It's the same thing at dino.chris.pf and post pretty cool stuff on there as well. Also, take care of the people around you. Also, for your younger people out there, to make sure listening to your parents, your teachers, and your guardians is the best motivation you can have for good education. It's very important to have a good education. So with a good education, you get a good job in the future. All right, that's it for now. And I'll see you guys next week.